I am an artist. I've been an artist since I was a young boy. And from there, I grew into music and then into storytelling and learning and advancing in my culture and heritage. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to share. And then the more I shared, the more I wanted to learn. So today I'll be sharing a spiritual song, which takes us back to a time when we didn't have the language. When we only had the language of just the environment, we didn't speak the language of the plants and the animals and the seasons yet. So we just had these hymns that we believed they came from the air, they came from the breeze, they came from this natural singing and songs that comes right out of nature. And then through singing those songs and getting in tune and in sync with the vibrations of the earth and with our own heart, that we began to earn the language when we began to honor the plants and the seasons and the animals for their life as well. Then that's when we earned the right to speak the language. And then we started including lyrics into the songs. Ich patroit lachma and me wanich tenantumtki nashwa iso, ko shapatumtki wa Jefferson Greene, Warm Springs kanishwa ko na mi naimuma pawa jiwana kanik ko takshpashwana kanik ko payo kotlani nashuyana we sinuita shichan ti champa maiknir tlach mamiao. My grandmother was sadly raised in a boarding school. And so she went through that era of not being able to speak her language and being beaten for those actions. My grandmother was old school and don't say anything if you don't have anything nice to say. Everyone's gonna have something to say and something to do and something to throw. And she'd say, just never mind, you have to focus on what we're doing. And that would be whether it be berry picking, root digging, or working with fish and deer meat and berries, that we always needed to stay focused on those things, and that we might think about these things and reflect on them within ourselves. But then when we bring them forward, we're allowing them, those different words and those stones, to just be right in our path constantly. And so she'd be like, just never mind them, you have to be here, present. So the moment I picked up a drum, I barely knew one song, and so I just sang that one song amidst probably 200 songs that existed at that time, and began to just learn more songs, and then realized that there was language and lyrics in the song that really didn't have a lot of people to help translate and understand, to share that song. And that's what took me down the journey of language to learn more so I can share and learn. The language I speak, Ichishkíin Sinuit, in Nashsinwicha, Iwachamimi, that it was really old and from that time, and that's where I am. And the more we speak that, and the more we share it, that people will have that sense of place, to that they know that we were put here to be responsible for our heart, our body, and our mind, and that we're here to have this experience, and to have a good experience so that we could be mentors and teachers to the next generation. And that's why we share the language. My grandmother was also Paiute. Thinking of the Paiutes, I started looking into what did they do with tule reeds. And then I found black and white pictures of their canoes made of tule reeds. I was like, I work with tule reeds. I do this, I do mats. This is easy stuff. And we have them on the reservation. This is wild. So I just started looking into that history and contacting tribes down in Nevada and California. Like, oh yeah, we still make tule reed canoes. By being able to create this tule reed canoe and vessel and boat, then it allowed me to jump out of my comfort zone and try something different that was a part of my heritage. My son was pretty impressed to be on the canoe and boat. He's like, Dad, that was really cool. It floated. And like, yeah, I didn't have any doubt that it wouldn't. Being here reminds me of how hard my grandmother worked to assure that these stories were still alive and reminding us where we come from. Oregon is a place to find your inner self and peace, and a place to heal and transition into our better self and renew into the person that we always seek to become.